This is about defending democracy. This is no longer Democrats versus Republicans. What do you want your kids to believe in? There must be give and take.
This is White Flag with Joe Walsh.
Hey, short and sweet today. I got a couple things to get off my chest, and it can't wait. And believe you me, it won't take me a lot of time to get into this. Hope you all had a great weekend. Former Congressman Joe Walsh here. White Flag with Joe Walsh is the podcast. Got some couple good. This is the week, by the way. The White Flag podcast expands to 3 episodes every week, couple conversations in addition to my short, quick take. Check it all out. Go to my website, joewalshfreedom.com, joewalshfreedom.com. White Flag with Joe Walsh is the podcast. Check it out. Listen to it wherever you get and listen to your podcast. Pretty short and sweet, but you know what? It goes like this. You know what? Hey, America, buckle up. Coming right at you, America, buckle up. All of you, all of us who believe in, and will fight to the death to defend our democracy, buckle up. Donald Trump is going to be arrested tomorrow, on Tuesday, this week. He will be arrested tomorrow. It came out over the weekend. Trump sent out a warning over the weekend that he's going to be arrested in New York. And he called on all caps, kind of a tweet from Trump. Unfair, deep state, everybody's coming after me. Come on, everybody, protest, Trump yelled. I'm going to be arrested on Tuesday. Trump tweeted that over the weekend. Let's be clear about something. Let's be clear about a couple things, all right? When Donald Trump says, come on, everybody, come out there, all my supporters, all my followers, all my lovers, all my cheerleaders, all my cultists, everybody. When Trump says, come on out and protest, what he's calling for is violence. Let's not beat around the fucking bush. Donald Trump this past weekend called for violence again. He's done it before. Donald Trump, you know this by now. I knew this a long time ago. Donald Trump wanted violence on January 6th. He wanted violence. He wanted people hurt. He wanted people killed. He wanted the rioting in the Capitol. He wanted the damn election overturned. So when Trump, day after day, week after week, month after month, said the election was stolen, when Trump before the 2020 election said the election would be stolen, don't forget that. Donald Trump was putting out the 2020 stolen election lie before the 2020 stolen election. He wanted violence. He wanted chaos. I'll never, ever forget this. I'm on the radio before I lost my radio show for the second time because I spoke out against Trump. I'm still on the radio in the summer of 2020. And I'll never forget it. One day, one summer day, I hear Trump at a rally, at a campaign rally. This is months before the election. I hear Donald Trump at a campaign rally telling his supporters that there are only 2 possible scenarios in the 2020 election. This was Trump at a rally before the election. Trump said, either I win or it will be stolen. And he said that day after day after day before the 2020 election. And I said right away when I heard that right away in the summer of 2020, I know what Trump's doing. I know exactly what Trump's doing. If Trump doesn't win the 2020 election, he wants there to be utter fucking chaos. He wants there to be violence. He wants it to be a nightmare. He wants this country to suffer. He wants all of his supporters and followers and cultists to riot, protest, burn shit down, overturn the election. That's what Trump was calling for. And he got it on January 6th. And that's what he's calling for this past weekend. When he tells his supporters and followers and cultists to come out and protest. protest this fake news, deep state New York prosecutor that's coming after me. He wants there to be violence. Trump's going to be arrested tomorrow. He wants there to be violence. There's no other way to say it. Trump wants his followers to go out and kill law enforcement. Trump wants his followers to go out and kill judges around the country. Trump wants his followers to go out and kill Democratic politicians around the country. Anybody who is an opponent of his. It's what he wants. Now that's scary. Look, that's scary. Trump didn't say, come on, everybody, I want violence this weekend. He didn't, or after I'm arrested this week, he didn't say that. That's what he means. That's exactly what he means. We know that because he's done it again. And I know this is scary because I'm talking about a former president of the United States who wouldn't mind seeing cops and judges and politicians killed, but he wouldn't. Donald Trump wouldn't mind seeing that. Donald Trump didn't give a damn if people were killed by COVID. Trump said on tape he didn't care if COVID killed Americans. He didn't care about anybody or anything but himself. So buckle up, America. These next 2 years, because this is the beginning. This is the state of New York arresting Trump for, I don't care what you think of it, right? For paying off a porn star and then covering up paying off a porn star. But this is just, no matter what you think of this arrest on this charge, this is just the beginning. I think Trump's going to be indicted down in Georgia for pressuring state election officials to overthrow Georgia's election. We found out last week there was a second call to the Georgia Secretary of State. You and I remember the first call where Trump said, come on, Brad, find me 11,720 votes. That's all I need. Find them, damn it. There was a second call where the president of the United States, at that time the president, used the powers of his office. Think about this. Damn it, think about this. The former president of the United States, while he was president of the United States, used the powers of his office to pressure election officials in Georgia to overthrow Georgia's election results. If that's not a crime, then nothing is. I think Trump will be indicted for what he did in Georgia. I still think the Justice Department is going to indict him for what he did to incite and obstruct an official proceeding on January 6th. I think Trump's going to be indicted over January 6th. Trump may be indicted over the classified documents that he purposely took and covered up that he had down at Mar-a-Lago. Here's the point, right? Here's the point. Trump's arrest tomorrow in New York is one of, I think, 2 to 3 more total indictments against Donald Trump, the former president of the United States. This is going to be an ugly, violent 2 years in America. And let me tell you something. Let me make 2 statements that both are true. Statement 1. I have no doubt that arresting Donald Trump this week will strengthen him politically among the Republican Party base. I have no doubt of that. And I believe probably Trump's indicted down in Georgia, that will strengthen him within the Republican Party base. And Donald Trump indicted over January 6th will probably strengthen him among the Republican Party base as well. That's true. arresting Trump will strengthen him in the Republican Party. It will help him, think about this, secure the 2024 Republican Party nomination for president. I have no doubt that that's true. And I've said that repeatedly. But this second statement is true as well. Statement 2. So what? No one is above the law. The facts, the evidence, the law, that's all that matters. Arrest Donald Trump this week because no one is above the law. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's true too. You don't arrest or indict Donald Trump for political reasons. Never. You would only arrest and indict Trump based on the facts and the law. But also, you would never not arrest Trump because of the politics. You would never not indict Trump because of the politics. It's based on the facts and the law. And people give me shit sometimes because I say, look, you're going to arrest Trump. It's going to lead to violence and it's going to strengthen Trump within the Republican Party. And people say, fucking A, Joe, so what? Does that mean we shouldn't? Nobody's above the law. No, I agree. Nobody is above the law. I'm just stating two facts, two truths. Arresting and indicting Trump will strengthen him and it will lead to violence. But he should be arrested and indicted because no one is above the law. And that means, America, it's on us to fight back, to push back, to defend this country every bit as much as we defended her the last 2 years. Every bit as much as we came together, all of us, a principled Tea Party conservative like me and a Democrat like you, and we locked arms and we worked together in 2020 and 2022 to defend democracy, to fight against, to campaign against Trump and Trumpy candidates. We have to do the same thing now, again, and even harder. Because I think things are going to get worse. January 6th was bad. Don't ever want that to happen again. Well, there's going to be more bad in this country these next 2 years. We're going through something. Trump's just a consequence of it. Trump's an ugly, violent consequence of it. I want everybody to steel themselves, to toughen up. I took a blowtorch to my career 6 years ago, publicly coming out to oppose Trump, Trumpism, and what my former political party has become. I took a blowtorch to my career. These last 5 to 6 years have been a personal and a financial hell for me. But I had no choice. My country comes first. I can only do the right thing. We all have to have that attitude. And we all have to live like that. We're living in one of these moments where the future of the viability of this great experiment in democracy is really on the line. What are you prepared to do, right? What are you prepared to do, my Sean Connery? What are you prepared to do? Trump's going to be arrested this week. It will be the first of a few arrests. His supporters and followers are going to go crazy. Many Republican voters are going to go crazy. There will be acts of violence. Donald Trump will encourage it. Trump has a great shot to be the Republican Party nominee. And if Trump's the Republican Party nominee in 2024, he's got a 50-50 shot to get elected again. I know what I'm prepared to do to try to make sure none of that happens. What are you prepared to do? This is just the beginning. 2 years now. Let's fight with everything we have to defend this democracy against these people who would tear down our democracy. I'm Joe Walsh, former Congressman Joe Walsh. Thanks for listening. White Flag with Joe Walsh. I've got a YouTube channel, White Flag with Joe Walsh. You can watch all of my full episodes. You could watch this full episode. I apologize. I'm feeling a little down in the weather, but I'm glad you listened. Hope your week is off to a good start. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Facebook. White Flag with Joe Walsh. Tell all your friends and family about everybody you know about White Flag with Joe Walsh. Get them to subscribe. Get them to listen. Get them to watch. Let's use White Flag with Joe Walsh as a vehicle to save and defend our democracy. God bless you out there. Be brave.
Thank you for listening. Remember to listen, share, and follow White Flag with Joe Walsh on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and everywhere great podcasts are found. And be sure to leave a 5-star review. This has been White Flag with Joe Walsh.